Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-August 2024 love reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what will be in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past, present, and future energies between you and main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Patch Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as the energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. For past energy on your side, we have illusion. So this is the equivalent of the moon in traditional tarot. So yeah, for some of you, could just be saying that you might not have been sure how to handle this person, right? You might have felt like you weren't necessarily seeing them clearly. This does make me think of the fact that you guys had 2 full moons in your sign recently, so maybe that was part of what was at play too, or you might have felt like, all right, even you were feeling a little bit out of whack, and you're like, okay, am I seeing this person clearly or not, right? So there could have been a little bit of skepticism on your part, or technically another way it could have played out as well is could just be saying that maybe the way you were presenting yourself could have been causing them to feel a little confused too. But for most of you, I feel it was the first scenario we mentioned. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Ace of Cups. So yeah, to me this looks like they definitely had an openness and an interest toward moving the connection forward with you, right? We do see that gate there is open with the big cup in the background. So yeah, I feel like this is saying that they might have just come toward you with a really open energy, right? But again, like I say, you just might have felt a little bit skeptical around it in the past. All right, present energy on their side, we have the 10 of coins. So yeah, so interesting that we have the gate in the past on their side, and now we see almost like this is more like window panes opening maybe, but yeah, it looks like this is saying that now, while they were expressing openness in the past, in the present now it looks like you're also more open toward the connection, right? So I feel like this is saying that at the very least you do see the potential for this to be a connection that could go the distance, and because of that now it looks like you're more open to the idea of moving it forward. Alright, present energy on their side, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is Jupiter energy here. And yeah, it could just be saying that now that you are, right? Like I said in the past, it looks like they might have been the ones who were more open and more expressive toward you, whereas you felt like you were still feeling them out, right? Trying to figure out how to handle the connection. And now that you're more open up, they view it as positive momentum, right? So I feel like they're definitely happy about the way the connection's progressing now. Alright, future energy on your side, we have the 8 of coins, so more Virgo energy here. But yeah, I feel like this is saying that now that you are more open to the connection, this represents you actually doing the practical work to make it happen, right? So it's one of those things where I feel like this is saying maybe it was more in the idea stage up to this point, but now in the near future, you're actually going to make an effort to be present and actually help build the connection up. Alright, future energy on their side, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So this is the court card for Cancer, and to see it come up in the reverse, they'll just be saying that the main energy that I'm getting from this is that they might freak out all of a sudden, right? So like I said, it looks like they were definitely the ones who expressed interest first, and the present seems like things are going well between the two of you. And then I feel like this is saying that as you start to put more work toward the connection, it might freak them out a little bit. So maybe this might feel like the connection moved a little bit faster than they initially expected, right? So like I said, if in the past they felt like, okay, they were the ones coming forward and you were taking it a little bit slower, and then it feels like you're the one who's picking up the momentum and saying, all right, yeah, let's make this happen, it just seems like it might scare them a little bit. So to be fair, the way I'm viewing this is for most of you, it's more of a situation where we do have Mercury retrograde going on right now, so it could just be one of those things because given that they were the ones who seemed to be interested first, if the things start moving forward and all of a sudden it seems like they freak out, it seems like it'd be more of a temporary thing. Alright, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Queen of Cups. So yeah, like we just mentioned from the Queen of Cups on their side, this is just the court card for Cancer. So yeah, to me this says there's an openness toward you moving the connection forward. So again, like I said, it looks like there was some resistance on your part initially, right? We even see the different phase of the moon there. Now we see a full moon there. So yeah, it's just one of those things where it looks like you just took a little bit of time to warm up to the idea of the connection. But like I said, it seems like it's going to freak them out, funny enough. And bottom of the deck on their side, they have the Tower. So yeah, like I said, I feel like had this not been centered around the timing of Mercury retrograde, maybe I'd view it a little bit differently. But again, like I say, I feel like this is one of those things where this person seemed to definitely have interest in you first. Took you a while to open up to the idea. Things start moving forward, and then all of a sudden they freak out about it. So that's where I'm seeing the Tower energy come through. But we'll see if the Oracle cards add some additional insight into that. So first we'll see what we get from the messages of Oracle card deck. I'm just going to pull one card from this deck. Alright, so I'm just going to put the deck down for a second, and just give me a few seconds to tune in and we'll pull a card. Okay, we'll take this one here, get this out of the way, and next we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation, just looking for a single card here, and we'll read the messages from both cards and wrap the reading up with that. And that didn't want to go back in the deck. So let's see what we got from the messages of love. Alright, we have warning. It says, don't dismiss the red flags here. Okay, interesting, right? So this gives that Queen of Cups energy in the future a different perspective, right? Because like I said, with the illusion in the past, it looks like you were a little bit skeptical toward this person, right? Like, I don't know how I feel about them, whereas they seem to be pretty open. And now, like we said, it seems like once you start putting the work toward the connection, then all of a sudden they're the ones you freak out, right? And cause potentially a tower moment. So I feel like this is saying that if that is the case, at least for a good portion of you, now you have to take that as a red flag. Like, okay, maybe this isn't necessarily, that positive of a connection. But we'll see what the Wisdom Oracle adds to the mix. All right, we have round and round. There's the artwork, and the number is 25. So yeah, let's see what this has to say. Nothing else that makes me think that maybe this is a similar cycle that you've experienced in the past too. But we'll see what it says. All right, the relationship message says, are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar? Don't be surprised that you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look similar, but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine, as you get to do things again, only differently this time, for you learn something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you're aware again? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there, right? So now to be fair, I would say, again, the warning card there definitely gives these two cards a whole different perspective. But another way it could be playing out too is, let's say, if this message is more for the energy on the right side, right? If this is something that they find themselves caught in, right? Where they just constantly are in the cycle of, oh, I really want this person, then once things finally start moving in a positive direction, they freak out, cause a tower moment, self-sabotage, right? So that could be how it's playing out in some of your situations as well. But in any event, hopefully that resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right.